Well, let's go ahead and meet my panel. Larry DeMarco joins me tonight for the very first time. Technically, it's G. Lawrence DeMarco. Larry, how many years in practice for you now?
A decade.
10 years, and I know that the inception of the firm goes back to the 1950s. Your dad, who's now since passed away, started the firm. And what was the precept of the firm as far as both the philosophy, succinctly if you can, and then the kind of work you guys do?
I would say community service. Dad was always supported the underdog, and he's passed that along to my brother and me. And so that's what we take pride in, representing the underdog and injured people.
And I know that essentially as a personal injury firm that you're tackling a new area, which again is one of the reasons we want to have you on the show tonight, deals with sexual assault. And you say in a word or two there is a way for people to get recompense if they are survivors of sexual abuse.
A word or two? Negligence.
Okay, good. Larry, we're going to count on those 10 years of experience, and again, some of the work you've done with sexual assault, domestic violence, and again, personal injury law. Larry DeMarco joining us tonight from DeMarco and DeMarco in Philadelphia.
Doesn't your theory really ask us in the first instance to identify what the duty of care that this individual owes to this child?
Certainly. And the duty is of a parent or guardian is to protect, is to shelter from society and the world's risks. And there are risks, and we are in a society of working parents who have to leave their children with others. We're in a world of parents who are divorced or not married, and babysitters have to be used.
Sure, and sometimes boyfriends in the home, and maybe even in the bed.
Steps.
That sort of thing. But the question is, and I think what the Bill Salters of the world and the public wants to know too, is why should an insurance company be held liable for that action? For, let's say, a mom who should have been minding the boat, or what was going on there, should have been minding what was going on the ship, but she didn't. Why? How are you going to be able to tie that into a homeowner's policy? It sounds like a stretch.
Good question. Here's why it's not a stretch. They are a billion-dollar industry because they've been taking premiums to insure carelessness. That's what they do. That's why they are in existence. Yeah, they insure risk.
Okay, they insure risk, but it's not simply because they have a deep pocket.
Correct.
That they should be held liable. I mean, they're obviously, a homeowner's policy generally is going to take care of a slip and fall around the home or something along those lines, correct?
No, we lawyers, not only, Chris, excuse me, yes, but we think slip and falls. Mm-hmm. We think ice on steps.
Yes.
But what the policy says is carelessness or negligence. That's how we're interpreting it. And the reason why, and it's plaintiff attorneys that interpret this as slips and falls, right. Because when someone slips and falls, they break a bone, they blow out a disc. You can take a picture now of a broken disc. You can see a broken bone. The insurance industry is big with car accidents. You can see a collision. Right,
but with sexual abuse, it may be more of a mental or psychological injury.
And that's right, and lawyers don't want to be part of that.
Interesting.